Wow, this is a pretty interesting situation, man. The Charlamagne case is not going away. As I told you, they would drag this thing out to the very bitter end. Now, here's the new situation, the new development. It's always a new development, right? So now the new situation rears its head. And the alleged victim, Jessica Nicole Reed, has put Charlamagne name out again. This time she wants to take the case to Supreme Court. As to South Carolina, they denied doing a retrial or reopening the case because once it's against the law. That once there is a plea agreement and the agreement is done, you can't reopen the case. This is the law in Columbia, South Carolina, and throughout the state. So it had nothing to do with evidence. It had nothing to do with anything else that, you know, people trying to say it was DNA and they can't do anything. Wasn't the case whatsoever. Now, she decided to write a letter to John S. Nichols, the disciplinary counsel in South Carolina in Columbia. And she sent it out on July the 20th. She said, "Dear Mr. John S. Nichols, on June 8, 2001, I was drugged and raped by defendant Leonard Larry McKelvey at a party that he invited me and my friends to. I was only 15 years old at the time. My statement and court documents are included in this package. I was uncooperative at the time, traumatized on what had happened to me. The prosecutor's responsibility was to defend me, the victim, and justice would be served. For many years, I have suffered because Leonard Larry McKelvey violated me, and he continues to violate me on the radio, in his book, and on social media. He jokes and laughs about drugging women and raping them when they are incoherent. I came out with my story just recently to the world about what this man did to me. I am filing a claim against the prosecution because they have failed to defend and promote justice. They did not even try to hold him responsible for raping me. Instead, the state allowed McKelvey to plead guilty to contributing to a delinquency of a minor and agreed to dismiss the remaining charge, which was rape. There is no statute of limitation for a criminal in the state of South Carolina. His attorneys got a letter from a solicitor's office stating about the case and cannot be reopened and that the rape charge was dismissed when he took a plea deal. I honestly ask you, how can a rape charge be dismissed? Doesn't the victim have rights? My family was not notified of these decisions. Crime victim rights, Section A, rights of crime victims. A crime victim has the following rights: the right to be reasonably protected from the accused, the right to reasonable, accurate, and timely notice of any public court proceedings or any parole proceedings involving the crime, or of any release or escape of the accused. There was no investigation done to bring justice. There have been some injustices with this case, and we are fighting to be corrected. I am filing a claim of negligence and misconduct of this case due to the prosecution's behavior to not defend the victim and allow justice to be served. In advance, your help and concern is greatly appreciated. Sincerely, Mrs. Jessica Nicole Reed. So that is the letter she sent. Uh, many people are not picking this up, like TMZ and a lot of major networks, and it's very, very suspicious to me why they would not. But yet, when they make a statement about I didn't do something, that's already on TMZ. It's actually not surprising to me. Let me be honest, 100%. I'm saying like that's surprising to me, but it's really not. He's actually been rebranded. So this is the case. When you rebrand yourself, you put in a new position to do certain things that are not usually allowed or allotted to people. So I understood what was going on. I understood the whole nine. I understood the situation. And I understood why his new branding partners would have to shut this story down. Because here's a girl who says she was the victim, naming him. His name was involved in the case. And, it doesn't make news, even though she's pleading to try to get this to Supreme Court. So she's trying to fight all the way to get this case done. So if anybody thought this was just going to go away easy, she's going down swinging. So you tell me what you think about the letter she sent in or what have you now about the situation of the case, how the prosecution team she felt did not represent her properly. So I'm out.